Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is prime my face, and I'm using E.L.F's Mineral Face Primer. The next thing I'm going to take is E.L.F's Tone Correcting Concealer in light beige, and I'm applying that underneath my eyelids, on my lower eyelids, and in the corner. I'm going to blend it out as well. And I forgot to actually use the eyelid primer for my shadow, so just make sure that you prime your eyelids before you place your shadow on. Now I'm going to apply Lancome's Oscillation Powerfoundation in Ivory 20. Once I've applied my foundation, the next thing I'm going to take is an Aveda eyeliner, and this is actually in a pearly white color, and I'm going to start drawing on the shape of the mask. Now I'm actually going to start in a V on the top of my bridge of my nose and work out towards the ends of my eyebrows. Now you may notice that you may need to correct any lines as far as the shape, and that's okay because we're actually going to cover that with color anyways, so go ahead if you need to make any corrections, do that. Now as you can see, I've actually drawn on the wings as well, and I actually did the feathers on one side. The feathers are just to create depth, and you can draw on your wings whatever way you'd like to do it. Again, it's totally up to you. At this point, you can be as creative as you want to be. So now what I'm taking is a pigment by Gosh, and it's called Fox, and I'm actually going to color on the inside of the lines, and I'm using a fluffy angle brush to do that, and I'm blending out as much as possible. The color is going to be quite light. It will go on, however, quite dark, but you need to blend it out as much as you can. And you're going to fill the entire mask, part of it, out towards your hairline. The reason we want this a little bit lighter is because we're actually going to take the colors that we used again, and we're going to outline all the feathers as well as the actual mask itself to create some depth. The mask is the longest thing that actually took me the longest to do, obviously where I had to put so much color on my face. Once the mask is done though, it's just about applying the shadows and the rest of the face. So as you can see, I actually did a step ahead, but what I took was the Fox, and I took that angle brush, and I actually sorry, it wasn't an angle brush. I took the lip liner brush that I'm using right now, and I outlined the mask, I outlined the feathers in the Fox color. And now what I'm doing is I'm taking the same lip brush, and I'm taking some of the Fox and just placing it at the very tips of the inside of the feathers, just to create some more depth. I'm actually filling in most of the feathers at the tips, but you don't have to do that. You can do all the feathers. There goes one of my cats. You can do all the feathers, or you can do every other feather. It's totally up to you what you want to do with that. So now I'm taking the Eyes, Lips, and Face palette. This is the largest palette they have, and I'm taking this small angle brush, and I'm taking that gold pigment that I printed out. Any gold pigment is fine. And what I'm doing is I'm actually streaking it where the color is the lightest, the red color, and I'm blending it into the dark tips of the red, and just creates the illusion of depth. Now Aries was the god of war. He was also the god of bloodlust, so when I decided to do this look specifically, I thought of the phoenix right away. I don't know why, it just seemed like it was a fiery red and gold colors, and it just seemed to suit the scenario real well, so that's why I chose that. So you can make any touch-ups you need to with the gold. Now what I'm going to take is this light, almost like a pale, shimmery gold color, not gold, more like a pearly color, and I'm going to apply that all over my eyelid, up to my brow bone, and into the corners of my eyes. You can blend it down slightly past the lower lid, or the upper lid, just down towards the corner, sorry, of the eye. So now what I'm actually going to take is the gold again, and I'm applying that gold all over my eyelid, just the eyelid and slightly above the crease, and you want to bring it into the corner a bit and bring it up to the brow. Now you want to take a pencil brush, and I'm taking the fox yet again, and I'm lightly pressing into the lid and the crease area, well, it would be the crease area. So you're going to create the V and use as little of the actual amount of the actual product as possible. And again, you're just going into the crease, closer to the corner on the inside of the eyelid, or the eye towards the corner, and create your V. Make sure you blend it out. So taking that pencil brush one more time, you're going to take the pigment by E.L.F. It's a mineral pigment called Socialite. And you're going to go over the fox with it, creating your V, and you're actually going to take this up quite high into the crease, quite close to the eyebrow, because you want it to be quite dramatic. So once you have your Socialite on, then you're going to take a fluffy brush, fluffy crease brush it, and take the pigment fox again. And this time you're actually going to go over the Socialite, just covering the Socialite. Again, you don't want to use too much pigment, just enough. So now I'm using a fluffy flat brush, and I'm using that same light colored color that I originally put all over my lid up to my brow bone, and I'm actually going to use this fluffy white brush, or fluffy wide brush, to take that up under my brow bone and blend in the color so there's no harsh line. As you can see, I've already applied my liner. Now for the liner, you want to create a slight wing out. Well, actually I created a bigger wing than that, but you want to create a wing on the outer corners, as well as you're going to bring it down in a swooping down motion on the inside of your, towards your nose on the inside corner, and then you're going to line the lower lid as well to meet them. So you're actually going to create the inner swoop the same way as you would create the outer swoop, you're just doing the opposite motion. So what I've just done is curled my eyelashes that I put on the fake lashes, and I am now applying mascara so that I can make sure that my real lashes are actually part of the fake lashes, or they look blended in with the fake lashes. So now what I've taken is I've actually taken the pigment box again. I'm just taking my finger and dabbing it on my lips. Sorry again that I'm not actually in the frame. Now I'm going to take the same gold pigment, put it on my finger, and then dab it on the middle of my lips, just on the cupid's bow and on the center. And I'm using CoverGirl's Wet Slicks in Red Riot as the gloss. And this is the final look.